Then Arrow Pride, Rebel Time. Vic Noble comes from the back as they've run the first quarter in 33.6. And Just a Dream whips them in. Down the straight they trot, and with just over the lap left to run, the leader is Brilliant Bruce by a metre or so to High Living. Rebel Shot, well, she's pulling very hard now. We're back in behind them. In the centre, Brave Conquest. Vic Noble's made ground out 3 wide. On the inside, Arrow Pride, Rebel Time was next, and last still Just a Dream as they trot towards the back straight with just over 6.50 to run. Only 33 seconds for the second quarter. Brilliant Bruce should have a bit left. High Living on the outside, draws up within a head. No run yet for Rebel Shot, then Brave Conquest. Vic Noble's under pressure, and they're followed by Rebel Time, Arrow Pride and Just a Dream. They trot down the back about 4.50 out. Brilliant Bruce held together, let a metre. High Living trying hard to get on terms on the outside. Rebel Shot in behind them, then Brave Conquest still out 3 wide. Vic Noble battling, and they're followed by Rebel Time, Just a Dream and Arrow Pride on the bend. Brilliant Bruce still held back to them, led by a metre. Trying hard, High Living. I don't think Rebel Shot's ever going to get out. Then Brave Conquest, Vic Noble, Just a Dream pulls wide in the straight. Brilliant Bruce the leader. High Living trying hard. Vic Noble running on. No run for Rebel Shot. Brilliant Bruce has got a bit left though, and Brilliant Bruce too good. Vic Noble gets up for second, finishing well. High Living will just get third, and Rebel Shot now just getting a split after the line. Then Just a Dream, Rebel Time, Brave Conquest, and Arrow Pride is last in.
1, 5 and 6.
Jeff thinks that Bomber Gleeson is beautifully drawn out there, and he certainly is. And there's the other finalists for the Golden Easter Egg here on Easter Saturday. Genesis is in 1, Star Title 2, and then down to Billy Binjang and Bomber Gleeson in 7 and 8 respectively. Should be a great final here next Saturday night, Easter Saturday. Ready to go for the last. Random Patches red, the brown is Helena's Fine. Racing, and first to begin Swift Kruger, Kate's Memory. Here's Random Patches getting through and joins them at the first corner and crossing quickly Penny Dina. They're out by 4 or 5 to King Fulmer, National Bobby, Premier Pete, and Helena's Fine's back to last. Random Patches got to the lead down the back and kicked away. Moving up to second, Penny Dina, Swift Kruger the inside, and then Kate's Memory, and then 4 lengths to King Fulmer and National Bobby. The leader, Random Patches, out after it, Penny Dina and Kate's Memory. Penny Dina's coming home like a train, and Penny Dina on the outside gets up to win the last from Random Patches. In third position, Kate's Memory, followed by Swift Kruger and National Bobby, and one of the last, Helena's Fine.
They're just about underway now at Moonee Valley. Here's Brian.
Grace Moyne was lucky to miss interference there because Riviera Diamond has come out galloping it away very quickly as Shypreneur leads quite comfortably. From on the outside, Van Trix, and getting to third early, Justice for All. Out deep on the track early is Dainty Lee, and making ground the rail as Moving Parts. As Van Trix now drops in behind the leader, Shypreneur turning out of the straight. 6 metres away, Chip back on the inside, followed by Margie's Future. Out wide on the track now is Dainty Lee, followed in the centre there by Making Ground, Margie's Future. Out 3 wide, Tango Rady, followed by Grace Moyne the inside of Luxury Lady, and Riviera Diamond giving chase about 15 metres away at the lap and a half mark, and Shypreneur in front. Racing 3 wide, Tango Rady, but going on with the job. Dainty Lee in the centre. Parked behind the leader now is Van Trix. Then Justice for All making ground 5th on the outside and having a very good run. On its inside is Moving Parts. 5 metres away, Margie's Future, followed by Chip Beck. Then Luxury Lady, second last on the outside of Grace Moyne, and Riviera Diamond is back of the tail some 8 metres away. First split of the mile in 31.8. Down the straight they race towards 1,000 metres, and Shypreneur in front. On the outside now, Tango Rady finally draws up on the outside after having no luck at all the first round. Van Trix behind the leader, doing it nicely every chance, followed by Dainty Lee 4th after working. Then Moving Parts on the rail needing a run, followed by Justice for All. Every chance on the outside for her. On her back in turn, Margie's Future. Out of the straight they race towards the 700. Then Chip back on the rail. Second quarter in 31.3. 3 metres away. Grace Moyne tucked away third last on the inside of Luxury Lady, and tacking up is Riviera Diamond. Inside the 600 they race. Shypreneur still in front. Almost 2 metres to Tango Rady. Van Trix needs a run. Dainty Lee shaken up. Moving Parts held up. up. Justice for All about to pull out, followed by Chip Beck and Margie's Future. Luxury Lady from second last now pulls out, followed by Grace Moyne and Riviera Diamond. Around the turn they race towards the 250. Third quarter 31.9. Shypreneur held together 2 metres in front of Tango Rady, Dainty Lee. They're both under pressure. Justice for All now pulls to the outside, followed by Van Trix and Moving Parts, but Shypreneur at the 150, still over 5 metres in front. Getting out now, Chip Beck into second placing, rattling home. It's stopping Shypreneur. Chip Beck is going home all over the top of it on the outside. It'll get up, Chip Beck. It draws to Shypreneur, and Chip Beck has got up and won by a head to Shypreneur. Third, Van Trix, I reckon, from Dainty Lee. Moving Parts close up. Grace Moyne just in behind them, followed by Riviera Diamond. Well, Justice for All didn't go on, followed by Margie's Future, Luxury Lady, and Tango Rady back of the tail.
9-5 and a photo over the line there. Chip.
Old Showgrounds track before we built this beautiful new complex. All set. Ready to go. There's the blue light. They're off and racing, and Mayville Barry has burned out of the gate. So too Dream Alley, but big Mayville Barry looks like he might cross Dream Alley, an Olympic bid. Going through the centre was Gold Maker and Mignata getting one off the fence from Spooky Adios, who goes up deep on the track. Atomic Debate was also caught wide and trying to get through on their insides. There was First Verse and Purple Fury. In fact, First Verse drops out to the tail of the field. Mayville Barry, the leader down the back, and it's keen to go. It leads by 3 lengths. Second is Dream Alley. Olympic Bid is third, and Goldmaker fourth on the outside of Mignata. Getting one off the fence, Purple Fury, and they'll followed out deep on the track by Mers and Comet, who's pulling and trying to get over. Atomic Debate was a length away, then First Verse, and dropping out to the tail of the field, Spooky Adios. Mayville Barry comes back to them. It eases up, and it leads by a length now to Dream Alley. Third on the outside is Gold Maker as Dream Alley drops in behind the leader from Olympic Bid. They'll followed one out and one back now by Purple Fury. The fence Mignata from Mers and Comet, a length away then to Atomic Debate. Going up on the fence Spooky Adios, and First Verse is a half back last of all. Probably 12 lengths would cover the field as Mayville Barry brings them to the 1200 metre mark. It leads a length now to Dream Alley and Goldmaker third on the outside. Running fourth, locked away is Olympic Bid, and one out and one back Purple Fury. Trailing it Mers and Comet. Locked away on the fence Mignata, the favourite. It's 4 back on the inside and will need plenty of luck from Atomic Debate, Spooky Adios. And last of all is First Verse, who's 5 back in the running line and about 10 from the leader Mayville Barry. Past the judge, they've got 900 metres left to go, and Mayville Barry's been there from the outset and defying them by a half length. Second up on the outside, Goldmaker. Third, Dream Alley from Purple Fury. Olympic Bid. Mers and Comet was next from Mignata. Now one's about to take off from near the tail. It's Atomic Debate. First Verse trying to latch onto its back, and Spooky Adios is last. The favourite back to second last, Mignata. As they go towards the 600, Mayville Barry still ahead in front of Goldmaker the outside, really throwing it down to it now. Dream Alley third, and then came Purple Fury yet to go. Atomic Debate 3 wide. First Verse is going to go 4 wide from Mers and Comet. Now Mignata gets onto the back of First Verse from Olympic Bid, and last of all Spooky Adios. Mayville Barry the leader inside the 400, only about a head to Goldmaker, who looks to have had enough. On the outside, Atomic Debate coming into it. Out deeper is First Verse, and Mignata will go very wide. Dream Alley is bolting on their backs from Purple Fury, Mers and Comet. Around the turn, Mayville Barry heads up for home clear. A half to Atomic Debate. Down the outside, First Verse picking them up, and here's Mignata. Mayville Barry in front, he's defying them. Getting a run on the inside, Dream Alley. Mayville Barry in front, Folger getting plenty out of it. It'll score Mayville Barry. Mayville Barry's got home by a half length. Second, Atomic Debate, and third home, Dream Alley. Then First Verse from Mers and Comet, Mignata, Goldmaker, Spooky Adios, Purple Fury, and an Olympic Bid has run Stone Motherless.
5, 10 and 4 the placing.
And the front runner was Don't Call Me. Stark and Tender moves up to the leader's wheel second. Third on the inside was Decimator, and High Trust one out one back around Panther Neptune. Bantam's Mate is 3 wide in midfield and looks like staying there for the time being. He's got no chance of getting in. Icon Made a 4 back on the inside, being covered up by the Absolute. Son of Selena third last, racing outside of Gilt Dragon, and Tiara Nugget has the entire field in front of him. Coming in for the bell now, a little under 1200 left to go, 32.3. First quarter of the last mile. Don't Call Me first up was the leader. Stark and Tender having to work tonight. Second on the outside. Decimator third the rail, trailing the pace. Panther Neptune 3 back on the inside of High Trust. 3 wide is Bantam's Mate. Icon Made a midfield on the inside, tugging for more rain. Then came the Absolute. Gilt Dragon awkwardly placed third last. Second last Son of Selena, and Tiara Nugget last, and 10 lengths off the lead. Don't Call Me the front runner on the side of the track at the 850. Decimator's enjoyed a good trip in second spot. Stark and Tender third on the outside. Fourth on the inside, Panther Neptune. High Trust, one out, one back outside of Icon Mater. Then came the Absolute, followed by Gilt Dragon, Son of Selena. Second last, Tiara Nugget, and Bandham's Mate has called it a night. He dropped off last. 31.8 next quarter. The half in 64.1 along the back straight. The leaders Don't Call Me. A length in front of Star Contender, creeping closer on the outside. Decimator in need of a run. High Trust yet to peel on the outside of Panther Neptune. The Absolute was 6th and 5 lengths off the lead. Then Icon Motor, followed by Son of Selena, Gilt Dragon, Tiara Nugget and Bandham's Mate. 300 left to go. Don't Call Me. 31.2 up the back straight. He should have some petrol left in the tank. Star Contender second. High Trust coming 3 wide now. Decimator sweating on a run, but there's none forthcoming. Panther Neptune also in traffic, and the Absolute comes 4 wide on the turn. Straightening up the leader, Don't Call Me. High Trust on the outside is the fresh horse. Then Star Contender, and down the outside the Absolute. Don't Call Me tackled by High Trust on the outside. High Trust draws alongside Don't Call Me, Don't Call Me and High Trust. Oh, maybe High Trust and nose to Don't Call Me. There's nothing in it. I think Decimator's run third just in front of Son of Selena, then the Absolute. Star Contender disappointing.
Well, it's a very tight...
Porting has been a steady shortener on the tote. It's back a little when they let them go. They are away. Way pretty well out in the centre. Ronzel Chatter wants the lead. Driving through the Wizard. Agar was easing for a trail. Wilkie's Nugget dropping in behind. Popstream was 3 wide into the first turn. Further back on settling, Dallas Man's going to be in a fairly forward spot from its barrier. Back along the inside, Piccolo's going to end up at least 4 back the rails. They're followed by Cole Sober, Rusty Wangara, Aldercation, and the favourite self-supporting has gone back to the tail. Into the straight they swing the first time, and the leader is the Wizard by 3 metres to Popstream second. Dropping in behind the leader, Ronzel Chatter, so Agar lands with the 1-1. 3 back the rails, Wilkie's Nugget. Dallas Man nice and handy, 1 out, 2 back. On its back is Cole Sober. Piccolo a little awkwardly positioned on the rails. 4 metres to Rusty Wangara, lead time 47.4. Aldercation races inside of Rusty Wangara, and 4 metres last of all the TAB favourite self-supporting. They race into the back straight now. They've got a lap and 3/4 left to run, and the Wizard on top. Pace looks to be fairly good at this stage by 3 metres in second, placing on the outside. Popstream the mare. She's a good star though. She won't mind that much being outside of them. In behind them, Ronzel Chatter. Agar nicely positioned 4th. 3 back the rails, Wilkie's Nugget. Dallas Man the outside. Then 4 metres Piccolo. Here's Rusty Wangara taking off at the lap and a half mark. Cole Sober stays in. Self-supporting moves up around the other one, Aldercation, towards the tail. Onto the home bend they swing. First quarter 31.9, so the speed is fair, and as they swing the Wizard on top, 3 metres. In second placing Popstream, Ronzel Chatter behind them, Agar 4th. Rusty Wangara gets around Agar. On the back of Rusty Wangara is Cole Sober. Wilkie's Nugget back along the inside. Dallas Man now between horses. Self-supporting moves out 3 deep in a packing field. Piccolo's going to need an enormous amount of luck, and Aldercation in the centre. They race towards the back, 700 from home. The leader is the Wizard, 2 metres to Popstream, moving up again on the outside. 3 deep, Rusty Wangara, second quarter was 32 seconds. Ronzel Chatter's had a nice trail. Agar the centre, 3 deep with a trail home, Cole Sober. Dallas Man is pocketed in the centre, although self-supporting's under pressure around it. Then Wilkie's Nugget further back in the field to Aldercation, and Piccolo nowhere to go. Leaving the back, Rusty Wangara moves up to the Wizard. Cole Sober joining in strongly. They're followed by Dallas Man off the track, running home. Ronzel Chatter looks for a run. Popstream dropping off, and then Agar on the turn. Cole Sober moves up out 3 deep. Rusty Wangara the centre. Under pressure the Wizard, and then Ronzel Chatter into the clear from Dallas Man. Cole Sober went to the clear lead. Dallas Man running home pretty well, and Rusty Wangara battles it out, but Cole Sober wins the last nicely. 5 metres, Dallas Man second, Rusty Wangara third. They were followed in by the Wizard. Aldercation made late ground, then Ronzel Chatter, Agar. Piccolo had no luck. Popstream faded, self-supporting never in it. And last one to pull up would be Wilkie's Nugget.
8, 10, 12.
Caveman, Awesome Gary and Caveman are both working across. Navy Scotch travels up into third placing, followed on the outside by Flying Colour as Caveman works to an early lead. Just in behind them early is Stormy Bow Scott, followed by Chardonnay and the Cruise Control, who are bumping for a stride or two turning out of the straight. Kentucky George is 6 metres away. Second last is Vanzagent, and Multi Strike is back at the tail. At the 1600 they race, and going forward now on the outside is Awesome Gary. He comes off the fence now, works around the outside and heads off Caveman by 5 metres early. Leaving on the outside Flying Colour, racing without cover. Up on the outside is Stormy Bow Scott. On its inside racing 4th is is Navy Scotch. 6 metres away, the Cruise Control racing. 3 back on the outside of Chardonnay. Then Kentucky George, followed by Vanzagent, and pulling double. Multi-Strike is some 8 metres away. On the bend, they race towards the 1100 metre turn. First split of the mile in 31.8. The well-tried Awesome Gary in front. Around to go by 5 metres. 2 on the outside, Flying Carla. Ahead away, third is Caveman. Stormy Bow Scott on the outside is fifth. On its inside is Navy Scotch. Then Chardonnay, 1 metre to the Cruise Control, 6 metres away, tacking up now Multi-Strike and pulling out 3 wide. Then Kentucky George and Vanzagent last and pulling out 3 wide, trailing Multi-Strike, who in turn now is trailing the Cruise Control because he pulls to the outside. Inside the 700 metre turn, second quarter in 32.2. Awesome Gary leading, almost 4 metres to Flying Carla, doing all the work on the outside. 1 metre back and third is Caveman. The Cruise Control out 3 wide. Stormy Bow Scott in the centre, locked away Navy Scotch. Then Multi-Strike, 3 out with a trail, followed by Chardonnay. Vanzagent second last, and back of the tail is Kentucky George. Awesome Gary comes to the home turn, 400 metres out. Flying Carla gone. The Cruise Control gets into second place and within 3 metres of the leader, who's going okay. Caveman, the danger, badly needs a run. Getting out now, Navy Scotch making ground, followed by Chardonnay. Around the turn, third quarter 29.8. Inside the 200 metres, and Awesome Gary in front, given a bit more rain. He's 5 metres clear. Caveman gets out in plenty of time. Chardonnay, Navy Scotch are boxing on. Awesome Gary in front. Caveman making a late lunge, but Awesome Gary is too good for them, and well driven by Matthew Gaff. Awesome Gary gets there by 5.5 metres. Second Caveman, third Chardonnay, then Navy Scotch, Stormy Bow Scott, Multi-Strike in behind them, followed by Vanzagent, then the Cruise Control, Kentucky George, and back of the tail was Flying Carla.
Wings fold back. They're off and racing in the last. From the top of the track, Fine Time began fast, but not as quickly as Top Gun, and Lachlan Bear showing a good turn of speed. He finds the fence first early, Lachlan Bear, from Top Gun. Lady Atalanta third early, and fourth was White Line King, and then second Mate. Fine Time, although beginning well, couldn't get across, and he's caught 3 wide outside Activity. Second last Going West, and Rocky United is last of all. The leader is Lachlan Bear, a half length in front of Top Gun second. Third on the leader's back, Lady Atalanta. Second Mate fourth, 1 out and 1 back outside of White Line King. He finds himself 3 back on the fence in the early stages. Fine Time 3 wide pressing forward, and Activity pulls out from the running line going up 3 deep. Second last Rocky United, and Going West was the tail ender. Inside the 1600 they go along the back straight, 36.3 the lead time, and Lachlan Bear in front. Fine Time moves up now to join that horse, Lady Atalanta, third on the inside. Top Gun now gets cover for the first time in the race, and Activity pressing forward 3 deep. Then came Second Mate on the inside of White Line King, who was able to pop off the fence. He gets into the running line now, third last. Second last was Going West, and Rocky United last of the 8. Lead time 36.3, coming around the home turn, and Activity's worked overtime, but he now rolls to the front. 11.50 left to go, and Activity the front runner. Lachlan Bear is second. Third, Lady Atalanta. Fine Time fourth without cover. Fifth on the inside was Second Mate. Top Gun pulls out 3 wide to start a run as Rocky United was coming up. Going West second last, and White Line King back to last. Past the post, 1 circuit left to go. A neat 30 for the first quarter of the last mile, so the speed has been genuine. Activity the leader. Lachlan Bear on his back. Top Gun moves up to third on the outside. Then came Fine Time between runners. 3 wide was Rocky United. Lady Atalanta sixth on the inside. White Line King pulls out 3 wide onto the back of Rocky United for a trip home. Then Going West, and Second Mate now goes back to last. To the back straight for the final occasion. 700 left to go. 32 next quarter. The first half in 62. Activity the leader, a half length in front of Top Gun second. Rocky United 3 wide. Lachlan Bear the leader's back with no run. Fine Time in midfield in traffic. White Line King on the back of Rocky United. Then Lady Atalanta, Going West, and Second Mate last of all, 6 lengths off the lead. Activity held together at the 450. He increases his margin a length in front of Top Gun under pressure. Rocky United's coming home quite strongly. Then came White Line King, who pulls out 4 wide. Lachlan Bear on the leader's back looking for it and about to get it as well. Coming to the home turn, 250 left to go, and Activity sprinting hard and fast. Lachlan Bear clear if good enough. White Line King got to third, and then Lady Atalanta. They're homeward bound though. Activity the leader. Lachlan Bear pulled to the outside, and then Lady Atalanta and White Line King has run his race. Activity though pulling out plenty with 50 metres to go. In fact, he's drawing away. And Activity, a good performance to win the last. Scores from Lachlan Bear. Lady Atalanta got up for third to knock out White Line King. A good gap then to Second Mate, Top Gun, Fine Time, Going West, and Rocky United is the last one home.
Right, 11, 3 and 4 is called by David over the line there, and those will be the placings. Number 11, the winner, Activity, from number 3, Lachlan Bear, and number 4, Lady Atalanta.